Welcome back to video 2 of the Zero to Funded Bootcamp. This is the video where we're going to get into strategy design. And what I'm going to do for this video is I want to show you how easy it is. We are going to take the most generic strategy. We're going to come up with it right now. What's a strategy that's very popular, right? Let's take a super generic strategy. Liquidity sweep, let's say, and you can come up with whatever strategy you want. I'm going to show you two strategies actually. I'm going to show you how they can be profitable. So let's go liquidity sweep, then break of structure, then enter on fair value gap or PD array. And then I'm going to do another strategy where it's just we're going to target a high or the other side of the range. Okay, so that's strategy 1, and then we're going to have strategy 2, which is just, we'll call it buy the box or buy the consolidation. We can just call it a breakout strategy. Okay, now the reason I'm going to show you on two different strategies how you can get funded is to show how easy it is. Okay, we're going to start with this one and we're going to go to this one. I may make this a separate video. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do it here. I'll probably make it a separate video though. So let's get straight into it. Let's go to our 1 minute chart and let's take the overnight range, which we actually use in our Discord. We use from 5 in the morning to 9 in the morning. Okay, this is we actually took this trade today, and I'm going to show you how fast you can get funded. So let's do a simulated account. Let's say you're trading on a 100K funded account, okay? 100K funded account simulation. Okay. Risking 2% per trade. Now, our target, right, is 8% to pass the account. And then our drawdown maximum is 6%. Let's do it. So liquidity sweep, breakup structure, entry off of a PD array, okay? So here we took the liquidity from the overnight lows, right there, and then we broke structure right here, bang. So now we need to enter off a PD array, right? That would be the only PD array I can see right now is this volume imbalance, so we're gonna end up entering off that. If you don't know what a volume imbalance is, this is a volume imbalance. Where else? This is a volume imbalance when you have this little break in between the candles. This is a volume imbalance. Where else? This is a volume imbalance. See how there's nothing in between here? So that's a volume imbalance, and you're going to target the other side of the range or that high. So that's +2 RR. So now I've already made +2 RR. So if we're risking 2% and you made a +2, that's +4%. You just made 4% on your account, which is 4K on a 100K funded account. Cool? So we know what we're doing. We're simulating this account. All right? Now let's go back to the previous day. 1 trade a day, max. That's what we're doing. So we have the overnight range. We took liquidity from the highs, and we get stopped out. So that's a loss. Okay? We just lost, let's say we lost 2% because we're risking 2% a trade. So minus 2%, 2K. So now we're only up 2% on this funded account. So let's go back to the previous day. By the way, guys, we don't trade news, and we only trade if there's consolidation. We don't trade if it's like, for example, an uptrend overnight. So let's continue going back. This is kind of perfect. So let's look at today's trade. Let's simulate it. So where's the breakup structure? Right here. The liquidity sweep is right here. So we took liquidity right here at 9 a.m. open. And then we broke structure right here. Bang. Now we're entering off a fair value gap, right? So here's our entry right there. Of course, TradingView does this weird thing. I don't know why, but we can go ahead and fix this part. Let me just fix, and we'll see how we do. You're risking 2% a trade, and this is live, guys. This is the past couple of days price action. So stops above the high. Right, now we're targeting this low. How much did we make? 3.5 RR. So if you're risking 2%, that's, you just made 7%, right? So that's a plus 7% or 7K. Now, 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 7 is 9. So that's 9%. Okay, so we just passed the account already. Cool. See how easy that was? That's a generic strategy. It's easy enough. There's the past funded account. Now let's take this a step further and let's see when you would have gotten your first payout. Okay, let's continue further back and see. When would the first payout have come? Obviously, we wouldn't have traded this action because news, right? So we're skipping that day. Obviously, there's no consolidation overnight. We just had straight uptrend, so we would not trade this either, according to our rules that I already laid out. Okay, now here's a trade that you would take. 100% you would take this trade, and it would end up as a loss. You would lose here. So now you're down 2%, let's say. Okay, you entered off this fair value gap, stops at the low, you get stopped out. Now we're on a live account, and we're down 2%. But we're already funded, guys. It took 3 trades to get funded. Let's say on the live account, yeah, sure, minus 2%. Okay, that's $2,000. Let me just make that known. Let's go back to the previous day. Okay. This we don't trade because of news. Let's go back to the day before. Now let's look here. So on this day, oh wait, there was news. We don't trade that either. That's why you should not trade news, because it fucks the market up a lot. So this is perfect right here. This is a perfect play. So let's say we traded this day. Okay, break of liquidity sweep happens here. Bang, bang. Break of structure happens here, right? We're entering off a fair value gap. So let's say we take the demand zone and the fair value gap, combine them, and enter here. Okay. How much did you make on that trade? Jeez Louise, what's going on with TradingView today? Glitching out. Gotta fix that real quick. So let's say we took this trade, and this is unedited because I want you guys to see that I'm doing this very fair. Okay, so we took that liquidity out, and we're gonna enter right here. That's our entry point, and our stop loss is going there, and now we're targeting the highs. So how much did we make off of this trade? That's, let's call it 2.5 RR to account for slippage. So we made 2.5 RR times 2 is really 5%. So that's plus 5%. 5K. So now we're up 3K. Guess what we're doing? We're up on our live account. Withdraw. Now you're up $3,000. Bang. See how easy that was? How many trades did we take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. 5 trades. and now you're up 3,000 live dollars. Obviously, we're in a simulation here, but this is a example. So you're already up 3 bands. You're welcome. This video's free. Taught you how to make 3 bands. Okay, simulate. So that's the first strategy. And the reason I did that for you guys was to show you how easy this actually is. And if you stuck to your guns and you stuck to your strategy and you stuck to your rules and you stuck to your risk management and you didn't change anything, how quickly you would have a past funded account in 3 bands. Like, that is the power of sticking to your strategy and sticking to your risk management. And this is obviously simulated. This is not real, but there's an example of how easy this could actually be. Okay. Now, we're going to go over how this strategy could have gotten you funded in the next video, but I'll save that for the next one. So, see you guys in the next one.